Hello, I'm Alexander and today we'll talk about the SONY MDR-1AM2 and whether you should still consider buying one in 2024. This, by the way, is my personal pair and all thoughts and opinions expressed in this review are solely mine. Sony released MDR-1AM2 in 2018 and it's now a part of the famous Sony audiophile trio and the least expensive out of the three. The other two models are MDR-Z7 Mark II and MDR-Z1R. The headphones come in a large box. Besides the headphones, you also get two detachable cables, 3.5mm single-ended and 4.4mm balanced one, as well as a carrying pouch. The pouch also has two separate compartments in which you can store the cables. The headband is made out of plastic and is wrapped in synthetic leather. The headband extension rods are made from plastic and the hinges that connect the ear cups to the rods are plastic too. The inside part of the hinges indicates the channel and the outside part has plastic shields with the model name on them. The headband clamping force is below average, the headband extension mechanism works smoothly and has pronounced clicks. The ear cups are plastic and partially wrapped in synthetic leather, which is quite original. There is a Sony logo on both ear cups. There is also a small pressure vent on top of each ear cup. The 3.5mm connector socket is in the left ear cup and has a golden color accent ring around it. Despite using so much plastic in the build, the headphones do not feel cheap or flimsy, plus the headband doesn't squeak at all. The synthetic leather used here is of a high quality and the headphones are well assembled. Plus, it contributes to the overall weight of headphones, which is, by the way, 187 grams without the cable. Inside the cups there are 40mm dynamic drivers. The drivers are angled and are protected by a mesh with so-called Fibonacci pattern. You can also find this kind of mesh pattern on the more expensive Sony models too. The Earpads here deserve special attention. MDR-1AM2 has one of the best synthetic leather earpads I have ever experienced. The earpads are very soft and comfortable, filled with a slow release memory foam. They have an oval shape measuring 110 by 80mm and the opening of the earpad is oval too, measuring 65 by 35mm. The headphones also come with two detachable cables, the 3.5mm single-ended cable with a built-in microphone and a 4.4mm balanced cable. The length of both cables is 1.2 meters. The comfort of MDR-1AM2 is outstanding. If you have small ears or medium ears, they will fit inside the earpads with no issues. In my case, the ears don't fit completely inside the earpads, and even though there is some additional space within the earpads that can be used to position the earpads around the ear, I'm still getting an on-ear fit. But as the earpads are soft and comfortable, and the headphones are very light, even with such a fit, I didn't experience any discomfort. The padding of the headband is also fantastic and the average clamping force makes this pair very comfortable for long listening sessions. Before we talk about the sound, please note that all sound impressions in my reviews are completely subjective. You should take them with a grain of salt. MDR-1AM2 has a V-shaped sound signature. It's tuned according to Sony's relatively new house sound and is a mixture of musical, lush and analytical sound philosophy. Such tuning will appeal to both customers coming from more consumer-grade headphones and those who prefer a pinch of more analytical sound with the fun factor. The impedance of the headphones is 16 ohms and the sensitivity is 98 dB, which means it can be driven from portable sources too. The bass extension is good, and the sub-bass and mid-bass are almost equal here. The sub-bass rumble is great, while the mid-bass has a good body and impact. Mid-bass is even more pronounced than I wanted it to be though. The bass is also tangible and has a good slam. The details of the bass are average, bass-heavy tracks can sometimes sound muddy and overwhelming, but well-recorded stuff sounds very engaging. As there is a bass bleed into the mid-range, the lower mids are warm and full, As we're dealing with a V-shaped sound signature, the instruments and vocals are not too upfront. The upper mid-range is clear, detailed and energetic, without sounding too harsh or intrusive. Sony maintained a good balance between a warm lower mid-range and a clear upper mid-range. Still, I would say the female vocals sound slightly more organic than the male ones. The timbre is good, but not exemplary, as well as the thick lower mid-range might not suit some genres perfectly. The treble extension is good, but initially I thought it was a bit overemphasized, but later in my tests I got used to it. The treble here is good, not too bright and grainy, it has a surprising amount of details considering the headphones tuning, and it plays a major part in the tuning, making it the proper V-shaped sound signature. The treble also doesn't sound artificial, which is good, and it's not too hot as well. The soundstage has an average width and also not very deep. Details and micro details, while not class leading, are good too. However, I think that the overall resolution of this pair falls short compared to the competition in this price bracket. The separation of the instrument is also average and it left me looking for more. While the MDR-1AM2 is not a detail monster by any means, many people will be fine with the detail retrieval, especially those coming from a more consumer-grade headphones. Let's summarize. So what do I like about these headphones? Excellent design and choice of materials, headphones are very light, 2 stock cables, excellent fit and comfort, fantastic earpads, engaging V-shaped tuning, smooth yet refreshing treble, natural sound presentation, and the headphones can forgive poor recordings. What I don't like? The resolution of this pair falls short compared to the competition in this price bracket. The soundstage lacks some depth and width. There's occasionally too much of mid-bass for my personal taste, and the headphones are not very competitive in 2024 if bought at the full retail price. I like Sony MDR-1AM2 because it not only gives you an idea of how more expensive Sony headphones sound like, but also it's a great headphone on its own that offers an engaging and comfortable listening experience. Though if you're looking for a detailed, neutral and airy sound, you need to look elsewhere. 1AM2 sounds to me like a refined version of what I would call a consumer-grade V-shaped tuning. Besides that, the headphones are very light, comfortable and do a lot of things right, making it a good choice for a relaxed listening session aimed at the pure enjoyment of music. I also don't think they are worth the full retail price in 2024, but if you can get them for cheaper, give them a try. And that concludes my review for today. If you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for future updates. Thanks for joining me and until next time, goodbye.